Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to be talking about how to properly pick up both individual eyelash extensions and also volume lashes, as well as also learning how to properly dip the extension inside of the adhesive. For those of you who have stuck with us from the beginning, I really appreciate it and I truly love you guys. It means the world to me. And for those of you who are new, thank you guys for watching. We post eyelash extensions related material every single Wednesday at 7 p.m. both on YouTube and also Facebook. From whatever platform you are joining us from, welcome. Don't forget to subscribe and follow. My name is Monica. I am one of the founders of Nana and Mona and also your English version instructor. I really hope you enjoyed this video.
Anywhere you go, give it on. Anywhere you say, anywhere.
Para todos nuestros amigos que hablan español y les gustaría ver esta misma información pero en su lenguaje, pueden revisar el canal de mi amiga Adriana que va a estar acá arribita. And without further ado, let's get started. Quickly for today's video, we are going to review our materials. We are going to use individual eyelash extensions and volume extensions, as they can be lifted from the base of the extensions differently. We are going to use the crystal and are also going to be using tape. This is what we suggest so that working with the crystal is cleaner. You can make a cross with the tape or apply the tape in a way that allows you to change a new drop as many times as necessary. We are going to use tweezers, and of course, we are going to be using our glue. The first thing we are going to do is deposit the glue on the crystal once it is already covered with the tape. Now we are going to see how the glue is deposited on top of the crystal once we have it covered with our tape. You open the glue and you are going to deposit only one drop. One drop should be enough. We must cover our adhesive because no matter how much experience we have, accidents can always happen. To work with the classic extensions, we are going to lift them from the base of the box. Normally, the whole strip comes attached and has adhesive on the back so that you can manipulate them easier and place them wherever you'd like. For example, some people place them on their wrist or on the top of their hand, in a base for extensions, or where everyone has their own preference. But the point is that each one comes with adhesive. Then we are going to lift our extension. The easiest thing is to have tweezers with good tension and that are appropriate. To pick up or lift the extension, first you introduce the tweezers. Separate the extension, making sure that you are only going to bring one extension. You take it from the top because the higher you hold it, the easier it is to manipulate. Then you bring the extension towards you. Do not pull too hard or lift too hard. Now we are going to be turning our hand so that the extension is straight. And now that we have the extension straight, we are going to be introducing it in the center part of the drop of the glue. We remove it slightly, and if you notice, the extension does not have any droplets or excess adhesive. Now let's repeat. The hand is turned and the extension is inserted in the middle. If you notice, if I lift the eyelash very quickly, it brings a lot of glue and you'll see bubbles, which is a sign of excess glue. We are going to clean the extension for this. This is why it's good to use a tape because the crystal will always stay clean. It is not good to bring or introduce the extension in this way because sometimes if you realize it, it has much more glue and that will make it easier for them to stick with extensions that are on the side or natural eyelashes which are close by. And if you realize it has droplets, that means excess glue. Now we are going to teach the correct way to lift the volume extensions. As I told you again, you are going to use a tape that you are going to put on the shape of a cross or a star according to the drops that you use. Usually one drop is used for one eye and another drop is used for another eye. 2 drops should be enough, but of course it varies according to the experience of each technician. Then again, we are going to pick up our strip and we are going to attach it to the place where we prefer. We are going to put a drop of adhesive, that is enough, close the glue, and proceed to pick up the volume extension. In this case, to work with volume extensions, we use tweezers that are suitable for this. What I mean is that they must have a very good precision in the tip and also must be specific for this purpose. Now we are going to see 2 ways to pick up our volume extension. It is much easier to identify the volume extensions that we want to pick up because they are a little more spread out. One of the basic ways for a beginner is to take the extension off of the base, then bring it towards you. We are going to reposition it back on the strip, then bring it towards you and reposition it. And to make it easy to put in the glue, we take it from the top, we slide the tweezers to the top, and firmly bring it forward. We submerge the stem in the center of our drop and take it out slowly as you realize it does not have any excess glue, and this is the necessary and adequate amount to position it on the natural eyelash. We do have another second way that we practice, and this is for people who have a little more experience, but you can also start practicing it from the beginning. To save a step, we are going to take the extension from the base, slide the tweezers up, take the fan all together and separate it. This way the tweezer is already positioned at the top, and when we return to the glue, we are going to turn our hand as usual. We remove the extension slowly without any type of excess or remaining glue, only adequate enough to make the application. An incorrect way to introduce the extension is to go in through it all the way from side to side. If you realize, you will go beyond the stem and it will go onto the fans, making it easier for each of the individual strands to stick to one another. This way you are also going to decrease the volume of the extension. And as you realize, the droplets mean excess glue. Another thing that we have to look out for is to dip the extension with the appropriate speed. If you put the extension into the fast adhesive, this will happen when you bring the excess glue. So once you have finished your application, the easiest thing to do is to remove the tape from the crystal. And as you realize, the glass is clean, but beware, this does not mean that you should not sterilize it. The tools must be submerged in barbicide, and if for any situation there is any remainder of glue, you can remove this with acetone. But in any case, for each application, the tools, and especially this crystal, must be disinfected and sterilized. Practice this as many times as you feel necessary. If you feel like you still need to practice a little more, go ahead and rewind the video and do it as many times necessary so that you can be perfect. Once you're done with this application, don't forget, clean your crystal. You can remove the tape, but just because there is no excess glue does not mean that the crystal is properly disinfected. So what you have to do, if there's excess glue, put some acetone and clean it with that, but always disinfect your tools with barbicide, because until they're disinfected with barbicide, they are not clean. It's important that you practice this until you master it, because understanding how to pick up your volume and also individual lashes is not only going to reduce time, but it's also going to reduce waste, because now that you understand how to pick them up properly, you're not going to be tearing them apart or bending them. As always, I hope this video is very helpful for you. Remember to like and subscribe or follow if you're on Facebook, and we will see you guys in the next video. Bye!